Well, hello, my beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for March 2023. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I will also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio, this is your monthly reading for March. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But let's just say March is going to be a pretty big month. It's a big month to do things as well, so it is very, very positive. But we do have 2 major alignments occurring this month. On the 7th of March, Saturn changes signs. Now, this is really a big deal. It's a serious planet that gives us all a very stern talking to, like we haven't had a stern talking to for the last 3 years. But anyway, let's move on from that. Saturn, how can I put this? It's the planet of tough love. So it can put us a little bit through the ringer in order to bring change into our life. It actually moves into the sign of Pisces, so it will help us all overcome any obstacles and strengthen our boundaries by forcing us, I'd like to say encouraging us, but it does force us to face reality, okay? It gives us reality checks all over the place. Now, last time Saturn changed signs was in March 2020, and it moved into the sign of Aquarius. And we all know what happened in March 2020. We had a major global pandemic. So let's just say Pisces is a little bit more of a transcendental sign. So it is more connected to dreams, dreams and becoming a reality, or your goals and your emotions that you put into your goals. When Saturn moved into Aquarius, that's all about the collective. It's about humanity. But that's why March 2020 was such a big deal on more than one for more than one reason. But also we do have that Pisces energy this time around, which is encouraging us all to outgrow escapist tendencies. So if you tend to be a dreamer or you're a procrastinator, which I don't tend to think you are, my beautiful Scorpio, you're normally a go-getter kind of energy, but it will encourage us all to be very disciplined in our approach to our goals and dreams, because Pisces energy is connected to the things that you love and the goals that you have in mind. Now, this can also be to do with love as well, because I'm picking up love. Yeah, there we go. There's the Lover's card. It can also be connected to love. So I do feel that if you are looking for love and you're single, then, because we have had Saturn moving into Pisces, this means that you're actually going to do something about your love life. You're going to get serious about looking for a partner. And I do feel like you'll find it this year if you are looking. But back to the energy, we do have Saturn moving into Pisces, as I said, and because Pisces is kind of associated with healthcare as well, you will see a little bit more strict rules and regulations in the healthcare system, as well as a restructure, and this is across the board in pretty much all countries. Now, we do have also a massive transformation planet, Pluto, changing signs. It's going into Aquarius. This planet is like a volcano, okay? It deconstructs like the earth. It deconstructs everything, and it brings the hidden to light. It really does expose what is no longer working for us in a very abrupt way, and it can also reveal anything that's been hidden from us, the collective, okay? It can be quite a shocking manner. So expect global leaked documents or secret information that has been hidden for years, exposed and comes to light right up until 2024, okay? But it's not all doom and gloom. Pluto is actually full of passion and power, and it actually enables us to reach our goals more than ever before. So now is a time to really use your intuition, connect to the things that you love, and move forward with force and tenacity. Okay, so let us see what's happening for you in particular. Your 11th house is influencing you, my beautiful Scorpio, throughout this month, and that's all about your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. So Saturn moving into Pisces is not a bad thing for you. It does mean that you're going to get very clear on your goals, you're going to get very organized this month, and you're going to be in the flow of doing. Now, of course, hopes, wishes, and dreams, that's your 11th house. So it's all about the things that you want to become a reality. But you may also find that you are networking a little bit more than usual this month to make those things happen. And also, the 11th house governs friendships and social circles. So you're going to be looking at the people who support you in your endeavors and the ones you feel not so much. And I feel like you're looking at reciprocal exchanges, you know, all the effort that you put into things and what you're getting out of situations, the give and take of it all. Also, your 6th house of routine is scheduled to take over in mid-month in March. And that's basically all about your responsibilities. You may feel that you're in a repetitive cycle, and you may feel you're looking at your commitments, the things that you're dedicated to, and how you can make them a little bit more exciting, how you can really bring a little bit more spontaneity into your every waking day, and getting out there and having a little bit more fun. But the routine, you do have some responsibilities. You may be looking at restructuring your schedule, but also you'll be looking at your health, paying bills, you know, all the humdrum things that we all have to pay attention to. So let's see what is happening there for you. Okay, now this month is going to be very, very successful for you, but I definitely see something that may shock your foundations. Okay, I'll get the bad stuff out of the way first before we get to the good stuff. I see here that there's someone that you connect to in some area of your life. I mean, it could be an ex, it could be a family member, it could be a frenemy, it could be someone that perhaps has let you down in the past. This person, I feel like you catch them out on a lie, okay? I'm picking up that straight away. I hate to give that news straight away, but I want to say that it shocks you, but intuitively, I feel like you expect it from this person. Okay, I feel like you find someone out on something and they're exposed. I mean, that's probably because Pluto is also giving you that extra amplified intuition that you've got, because you're like a lie detector, a human lie detector machine. So with Pluto making some waves and moving, it's exposing a lot more, and it is amplifying your personal power. So do expect that. I mean, it could literally be a boss telling you a little white lie that exposed, but I definitely see something in that realm where you're like, okay, you're not telling me the truth, and I kind of expected it from you, so I'm not really shocked, but at the same time I'm disappointed, and now I'm going to do this famous Scorpio cutting you out of my life, and we're done. So I definitely see you cutting something or somebody out of your life, okay, in March. But anyway, let's move on to the good stuff. We've got the first card there. This is your protagonist energy, and it is the strength card. It's the maturity card, which is the strength card. It's all about self-love. It is about personal development and putting your own needs first. You tend to be a sign, my beautiful Scorpio, you always make sure that everybody's okay. And you're always a bit of a fixer. You always make sure that, you know, if something's wrong, you like to be there to manage it or make sure you can help out in some way. But this month, I feel like you're really looking at yourself. You're really looking inwards, trying to implement healthcare routines, better exercise routines, and diet so that you can be the best version of who you are. Also with this card, this indicates that you are strong, okay? You've had to be strong. You've had a very difficult life, and I feel in the month of March, there's some things that perhaps you've been thinking about for some time, or you've been trying to initiate for some time. Suddenly they get moving in the right direction. I do see that there's someone thinking about you here in a very romantic sense, but we'll get to that right at the end. This person could have very strong Leo in their chart, but it's just coming through, it's just pushing through, shall we say, the energy there. But this is a card of, you know, having a lot of wisdom and, you know, making progress. I mean, I know the word maturity there, but I feel like you're an old soul. You kind of, because you have been there, done that, kind of got the t-shirt, I feel it's really hard to impress you in life. And it's not that you are, you know, unapproachable or that you have really super high expectations that can never be met. It's just that you know life, you know people, and you know the way that people operate and the way circumstances work, because you're a really like super strategizer. So I feel part of you is like, you know what, you're used to the humdrum every day and just nothing surprises you or nothing impresses you. I feel this month is going to be different. I feel something will really impress you. I'm going to see what it is. Because I feel like it's an offer or some sort of news that comes in that you're like, wow, I was not expecting that. And you are going to be pleasantly surprised, okay? Now, also with this card, I really feel that you may have been struggling with something. It could be confidence, or it could be you've been struggling with someone who's been very, very difficult. It could be a family member. I feel like you and this person, you find a common ground and you actually open up to each other in a way that you've never opened up before. And I feel both of you find this sense of balance between you both, okay? Now, I do apologize. If you hear any weird sounds in the background, I've got my family over for a couple of weeks, okay? So they're not the quietest, and I love them for it, but sometimes they just don't understand what I do. So, you know, sometimes I feel like my mom's, I don't know why, but it sounds like she just got the vacuum out. But I think someone's just told her that I'm reading at the moment. So I do apologize if you hear any banging or anything like that. It's them in the background. Anyway, moving on. I feel like you are starting to put yourself first in situations and look at all the effort that you're putting into things. Like if you're in a career, you may be looking at the output as well as your input. You've been putting in a lot of hard work. You may be looking at finances and seeing if you know, they match the amount of effort that you're putting in. You may even look at other people that you work with and think, are you putting in the amount of effort that I'm putting in? And if you're getting more money than me, I need to really address the balance by either talking to your boss for a pay rise, or even deciding to take yourself elsewhere. But I feel even in friendships, I feel like, you know, there's this energy of you putting yourself first because you tend to put other people first, and now you're starting to readdress the balance, okay? Even if you are retired, I feel like you're looking at the effort that you're putting into situations and whether it's rewarding. Like, are you wasting your time in situations? Could you be doing something that's more enjoyable? Do you feel you still have responsibilities within your family unit? And, you know, or even, and this is coming up a little bit, so please take it as it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everyone, this part. Some of you may be retired and you still have children who are living at home because, I mean, economically it's very difficult out there to get your own property or even like pay bills and everything at the moment. So you may, like, there may be extended family with you at the moment, and you may be thinking it's nice to have them around, but at the same time you value your independence and your freedom, and you'd like to go off and do your own things and not feel like you have to be homebound, okay? So that's just popping up briefly. That's not going to resonate for everyone. But the Queen of Cups with the Strength card there really indicates this month, it really is about you dedicating yourself to self-care. Some of you also, you are a natural born healer. So some of you may actually explore those gifts that you have, because I feel like you're exploring uncharted territory in March. You may be doing things differently or trying to approach things in a very different way. But with the Queen of Cups, I feel this is a very sensitive month for you, where you know, you're trying to see the beauty in all things. Because Scorpio, you tend to see the light and the dark of life. You know, you're happy to see the light and, you know, see the beauty in life, but also you're very aware of the dark side of life or the negative side of experiences or people, and you're not afraid to like really analyze those aspects. But at the same time, this month you're like, you know what, this world is so crazy. There's just so much going on right now that it just seems very, very dark. So I feel you're trying to source the light, you're trying to source the natural beauty in things so that you can pacify your mind and just feel a little bit like you're stress managing a little bit better, okay? So I definitely see you disconnecting from things like news sources that may, trigger you, or clickbait and things like that. I really feel that this month you are in a very loving mood where you are wanting to either attract love. Some of you may be wanting to attract love, but I feel you're also looking at what you offer the world, and it's a lot. And I feel in your maturity, you're starting to look back at all the times where you doubted yourself, or you felt like you were not good enough or not attractive enough, and you're starting to look at yourself like, wow, I wasted my time there. I was beautiful. I was so like successful, or you're still all of those things, okay? So there may be this energy of you looking back in some way at previous experiences, and when you were not happy with your situation, or you were not happy with yourself, and you're going to realize that actually you are a gift to everyone around you who knows you, because you're always there trying to help people. You're not forcing your ideas or your thoughts onto other people, but you do offer them a way of bettering themselves, or looking after themselves. So I feel like you're always being the giver. If someone says, oh, I've got a cold, you're the first person to run out and get them something. If it's your mom or your dad or a guardian or a friend that you really care about, you're the first person to go, right, I'm going to sort that out. I'm going to go and get something for you down at the chemist or whatever, at the pharmacy, and you're there. So I feel this month you're actually implementing all of that care into yourself, okay? We have the Six of Pentacles there. Now, the Six of Pentacles, of course, is about balance, and it's also about reciprocity. There is actually something being gifted to you. There's a bit of a surprise in the month of March for you, and I feel the universe is doing you a good turn by giving you an unexpected resource, like maybe a little bonus, or a rise, or even, someone being really generous and giving you a gift. This is actually, I also see some of you out there being given something for free, okay? This pops up every so often in the readings recently, so I feel someone is going to be very generous and gives you something for free. I mean, it could be a coffee, it could be a muffin to go with your coffee, or it could be like free parking, whatever it is. You're being gifted something for free in the month of March. Now, also with the Six of Pentacles, I see some of you upcycling or recycling things in your home. So you may put some of your stuff that you no longer want online to sell. I'm just seeing that as you passing on things that you owned, that you loved and cared for, but you no longer have a need or necessity for them. And you may be putting them online so that you recycle the garment rather than throwing it away, and also gaining money for it. So I definitely see that cycle happening there as well. Some of you may even feel compelled this month to do a little bit of DIY around the home. But with the Six of Pentacles, I feel the universe is giving back to you in some way this month. And I feel that in terms of finances, I definitely see that your finances are ticking over. They're remaining in a stable state. Okay, I see you cutting back in areas financially, not overspending, but I definitely get a sense that something that you invested in a long time ago and have been continuously nurturing and growing, whether it's an idea, a business, or an investment in some way, it actually matures this month and brings extra money. So there is a windfall or some sort of abundance that is bestowed upon you this month as well. Now, we've also got the things that are against you this month. We've got the Libra card of the Justice. Now, when you get the Justice card in the reverse, it can mean that someone is dishonest to you. I've already picked up that energy. It can also mean that there is an unfairness about a situation. Now, I feel there is a disappointment here. I'm not going to lie to you. I can see it, and you can see it when you see the Four Cups in this position, the cause and effect. There's something that perhaps does not go exactly in your favor, but it's not a disaster, okay? It actually works out better for you that you don't get this, because there's something better to replace it. So with the cause and effect card, this indicates you are very well aware of, if you want something, you got to go after it. You got to put the effort in, and then you will get it, of course. But I feel circumstances have been a little bit against you recently, and you may have felt that there's been a bit of difficult energy, low motivation, or even willpower. And I feel like you are rediscovering parts of yourself in order to get back in self-control mode and find your motivation for something. I also feel there is an energy here, and this is brief. There's going to be someone here who tells you a secret, and I can't ever imagine, my beautiful Scorpio, that you would ever expose this person's secret or even break a confidentiality, but I feel this person is telling you a secret because they're testing you, okay? So this could be at work, doesn't have to be at work, it could be a friend, or it could be there's someone telling you a secret and they're testing you. But I mean, you are like, you're like a, I don't know, an iron safe. You know, as soon as someone tells you a secret, you bank it, it's in there, it's protected. So they're in safe arms when they actually tell you something. But I feel this person is testing you, and they're actually going to tell, I think they're going to tell a different secret to someone else. Now, no one likes to be tested, of course, but they're trying to see who they can trust about something bigger that they want to tell. So that's coming through a little bit as well, so just be mindful of that. Now, the Four of Cups in this position indicates there may have been a disappointment, or you're feeling a little bit bored in your situation and you feel that things need to change, because if you're in a stagnant energy where, especially when the 6th house really exposes all of our routines and makes us feel like we're just in this humdrum energy of like, okay, I'm just going to work, or I'm just doing the same old thing. Am I meant to be having fun? If the answer is yes, and I'm not having fun, how can I change this? So the Four of Cups is really about looking at your circumstances, and you know, there is something new coming in, something exciting. It could be a new project, could be a new offer for a dream job opportunity, or if you're retired, it can mean that suddenly, you know, a friend reaches out and says, hey, do you want to go on an incredible road trip, or some sort of travel? It could also be a project that you're inspired to really connect to this month. But the Four of Cups basically indicates an energy of feeling like apathy, or feeling that, you know, things have just not changed for a while. And with the cause and effect card, it does mean that you need to find a solution. So you have to take the onus on you and change things, because if you do not change the circumstances won't change, okay? So I feel there's something that you make a decision on in the month of March. It's a big decision, okay? And it will actually bring in a lot of good luck for you. Also, with the Four of Cups, if you have been disappointed by something, or something does not go your way, if you went up for a promotion or a raise or something and it doesn't go your way, it means there's something greater here on offer. As you can see, we've got 2 hands of the universe. Like there's one hand here gifting, and we've got suddenly another hand here. The universe is gifting you something that aligns with your heart. So I feel this will surprise you, and it may even mean that you have to restructure your schedule or your lifestyle in order to take this opportunity. But I feel like in the long term, it's something that's very exciting and will lead to a lot of success. Now, the Tower in this position indicates averting disaster. There's something here that perhaps you've been avoiding for a while. Now, it could be cutting out a certain food that has been making you feel bloated, or you're really tempted to eat it and it's not good for you. Maybe even gives you a reaction. There could be even a person that you feel is not good for you, or toxic, or constantly lets you down. There's just this energy of you like going, you know what, I'm just going to avoid you, or just cut you out, because it's just no longer working, okay? Now, you may have been avoiding this, or been like nervous to cut this person out for a while, or just reluctant because you thought it hasn't come to a climax yet, but I feel it does, and you suddenly just like, there's a potential here for you to erupt in a spat of anger, okay, is what I'm feeling. But actually, I feel you kind of like, your anger is to go silent. I mean, if you ever, you know, annoy a Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio too, if we go silent, run for the hills, because that is like major eruption. I don't want to say what it's like, because YouTube will probably take down this video, but you know, if a Scorpio goes silent on you, oh my gosh. But if they're still talking to you and they're still trying to find a resolution. It may get heated. You may argue and everything like that. You may not like arguing with a Scorpio because, you know, we're a bit tough cookies and we got a sharp tongue and a little bit of a stinger as well. But if we're still talking, that's a good sign. When the silence comes, that's when you want to run, okay? So there is a potential for someone to really cheese you off. I hate saying that. I don't want to hear it myself because I'm a Scorpio. I can't read for myself, but I'm going to be aware of this occurrence. So just watch out for that. I feel it doesn't get to the point where it doesn't get to boiling point, let's put it that way, but I do feel it is something to look out for. Now also, if you are feeling really fed up, the Tower energy is actually a really positive card. It is a Scorpio Aries card, and it indicates if you've been in a repetitive cycle, suddenly you liberate yourself out of that and you're doing something differently that actually makes you feel a bit more on top of the world. As an outcome, we've got the Lovers card. As you can see, the Choice card there. And this indicates actually you have a lot of options this month to make things work for you. Also, some of you may be looking for love, and if you're looking for love, I feel like you are very attractive at this time, and I don't care how old you are, because you got the maturity card there and you've got the Empress energy there as well. So male or female, not a gender specific reading. I don't care if you're like 95 or whether you're 27, whatever age you are, if you are vibing at the frequency of love, then you are attracting exactly that, okay? There's a soulmate coming on in, and there is a real potential for you to fall in love this month, so look out for that. I feel it is just when you're perhaps mourning somebody else or thinking about someone else, someone new comes on in. Even though you may not want to be in a relationship with someone from the past, you may be processing old feelings for someone that something didn't go well. And I feel like you're finally letting go of that situation, and then someone new is coming on in. But the Lovers card ultimately at grassroots is about the law of attraction. And because you've started with the Queen of Cups there, this means that you are currently vibing at a frequency of love, and therefore you're attracting all that you desire, okay? Everything you ever want, it starts with a thought. Thoughts become things, but you have to attach an emotion with it as well, because you're telling the universe it's important and it means something and you want it in your life. So that's why the universe is sending you a perfect match when it comes to opportunity, and also when it comes to life in general as well as love. But it's about you vibing at a frequency. Now, because we've got cause and effect and we've got choice here, this indicates that there is a big decision to be made in the month of March for you. So this could be about relocating, could be that you find property that you want to move to. You may be restructuring your finances. I see you definitely keeping a tight rein on your finances, trying to buy a bigger purchase, something you've been thinking about for some time. Some of you, it may be into the countryside. It doesn't have to be, but I really get a sense that you find a couple of properties that really hit the mark, okay? And you'll have to decide between the two. For some of you, it's a bigger decision, like where do you feel like you fit in the world? And some of you may make a major restructure in your lifestyle in order to cut negative things out or cut out quick fixes so that you can focus on the healthier side of life and what is good for you, okay? Now, of course, temptation, we all like a little bit of, you know, we all have a bit of a vice, whether it's a bit of chocolate or a cookie, or, you know, some people like to have alcohol, or some people like to gamble. Whatever it is, I feel it is in moderation this month. You're not going to overextend yourself. Now, also the Lovers card, this is a card where it indicates you are looking at your values in life and your motives, and you're seeing who aligns with your values. And I feel like you're building your soul tribe. This is a card of, you know, you looking at all the relationships in your world and all the people that you care about. I don't know if you noticed, but you've got a lot of musical notes in your cards, which means you're tuning into the depths of your frequency and really aligning yourself with what you truly desire. You're being very precise about what it is you want in your world, okay? Now, in the water right now, before I move on, they're showing me, I don't know what you call that. It's like a electric ball. Okay, thanks so much. I'm so grateful. My guide is calling it a plasma ball. Okay, it's, you know, like one of those, it's glass ball, and it's got all this electricity inside, and you put your hand on it and the electricity comes to your hand. So, you know, I don't know, does it give you a shock? I'm not sure. But they're showing me one of those. Now, this could be that whatever you turn your hand to is electric. okay, or you're having a bit of an awakening. Could also be that you're having an endless source of energy. This is maybe a bit of a high voltage month for you, where you make a major decision that changes everything. So I mean, this could be a sign or a symbol. You may see one of these plasma balls over the next 6 weeks. Well, this is a monthly reading, so I would say definitely within the next 4 to 5 weeks, but it can extend to 6 weeks, just so you're aware, okay? So please take that as it resonates. I feel this is a moment of victory for you, because we've got the Chariot card, and that, I feel it's related. So this could be like a major surprise, that something you turned your hand to, or something you made with your hand even, maybe, is electric and really takes off and is very, very lucrative for you, shall we say. The Chariot card again is about direction. So this is a big month about making decisions about your path, your true calling, and the journey that you're headed on. I feel like you are headed in the right direction, but you may be tweaking some of the journey so that you commit yourself to your goals. You almost like map your progress, and I feel like your discipline and your focus will lead to victory, whatever victory that is. Everybody's got a project that they want to focus on, and I feel like it's coming to fruition. This is a card of overcoming any of those bumps in the road that you've been experiencing, and I feel you are going to reach your goal, but also I feel like you're taking control of a situation. That's the energy that I've got here. You're taking control of a situation that perhaps has got out of hand. So whether you feel that your schedule has got out of hand, and you feel that you're working longer hours in the office and you're not being fairly recompensed, or whether you feel like your eating habits have got out of hand and you're eating like food that's not great for you, or maybe you even feel that someone has been taking your kindness for weakness, whatever it is that's got out of hand and you feel enough, I feel like you're cutting it off this month and you're not looking back, okay? Now with the Chariot card, this does indicate success. When you got the Strength card and the Chariot card, it does mean self-control and self-discipline to get the job done. So I definitely see some DIY, restructure around your home, and I see a lot of decluttering going on in your life in general, not just in the home space. Now we've got the King of Swords. King of Swords is honesty, truth. I've already said, you know, I can feel a truth is exposed in the month of March for you. But the King of Swords is in a period of analysis, really weighing up your options, being clear about what you want, and actually recognizing that you're in a position of power to activate whatever it is you want to do, okay? This card indicates that you have great ideas, and you are someone who is, you know, very intellectual. You're someone who is very, very passionate deep down, but you may be trying to approach a situation or a problem with logic this month to really like get a full balance of the situation. You're not just acting on your emotions. Also, the King of Swords, I feel like you're trying to cut back in some area of your schedule so that you can have a little bit more freedom. Some of you will be stepping into leadership roles and you know, moving into positions of power. I definitely see you having a lot of love for what it is that you do, and being offered some sort of elevation or some sort of new status in your career. You're a visionary, so I really feel that you are stepping into a role that you can handle and that you'll be very, very successful in. Your ideas have power and weight. Now also with the King of Swords, this is an energy of thoughts becoming things, having intellectual authority over your thoughts. So if there's any negativity that's coming on in there, or any you know, doubts and fears, because we all have them at some point, I feel like you're mastering those. You're reminding yourself that actually you are lovable, that you are awesome at what you do, that you are strong because you've had to be strong, and that you've been given a difficult path to walk because you're strong enough to take it. And I know that doesn't help in this situation, but I feel whatever it is you're doing, you're a natural born leader, and you're moving through obstacles, and you're you know, avoiding anything really negative here. I see you're in a really good position, and I feel you're going from strength to strength, okay? Now, the Empress, I feel a lot of you are looking at your growth, your personal growth. And this could be like in terms of age or decades or eras. I really see you looking back a little bit of when you were younger and all that you've accomplished till now. And you're seeing how hard the journey it was. And you're being really proud of yourself that you took the journey that you took. And of course, yeah, there's been some ups and downs, but I feel like you made the right choices for you in that moment. And that's something to be really proud of. Also, we've got the Empress, which indicates as an outcome energy that there is abundance. You're attracting wealth at this time, and I feel like you're going to be very productive this month, very creative. A lot of you are going to get a little bit more out into nature, or feel compelled to, get away into nature. But this is also about creating joy and comfort in the home space. So a lot of you are going to really want to settle into your sanctuary, because your home is your sanctuary, a place where you can hide away, formulate ideas, and cut yourself off from the world to recharge your batteries. But ultimately, something that you have been working towards is starting to bear fruit. This is harvest time for you, okay? Also, with the Empress card, again, as I said, male or female, it's not a gender-specific reading. This is a card of nourishment and assuring that you're being a new version of yourself, where your body, mind, and soul, making sure that you give yourself the best opportunity to be the best person that you can be. So I feel like you're looking at sleeping patterns and making sure. Okay, they're just giving me a song right now as I say that. They're giving me, oh wow, they're giving me a very powerful operatic song. It's Nessun Dormer is the song. I mean, I can't tell you what they're saying. I don't know, but I know it's that song. I think it was, well, I'm not sure who sung it originally, but I definitely know a version by Pavarotti, and I can't see anything in the water right now. I can only hear, so I think that it is Pavarotti who is singing that song. Now, this is a song that may play over the next 5 weeks for you somewhere. It could be on the radio, it could be on an advertisement, it could be in a movie. So listen out for that song. Thank you so much. I'm sure grateful. They're giving me that it means no one sleeps, or you do not sleep, or something about sleep. Nessun dormir, to sleep. Oh my gosh, I did Latin many years ago, and dormir was definitely sleep. So I definitely know that it's Nessun. I don't know what Nessun means, but Nessun dormir, I think it's none shall sleep, or no one sleeps. I'm not really sure, but so maybe you've been having trouble sleeping recently, and perhaps music as you fall to sleep will help. I mean, I am going to do a meditation for you all to help in certain areas of your life. I'm doing that behind the scenes right now, so it'll take a while because I got a lot on. I've got a lot of family responsibilities as well. But I will get there eventually to put that out there for you all. But pay close attention to your sleeping patterns, okay? Now, I do feel that there is someone who is in a position of power that actually favors you, can see how talented and gifted you are, and I feel like this person wants to elevate you into a spotlight or into a position that helps you on your path. Now, this could be someone who just gives you a wonderful piece of information that really helps you in life, but I feel if you're in the career sector, it really helps you elevate in your career, okay? A lot of you also, you're getting a real sense of, being close to your mom. I mean, in some countries, I think it is actually Mother's Day in the month of March. So some of you may be focused on, buying a gift for your mom, or if your mom is no longer here on this earthly plane, I'm sending you a huge hug out there. Know that she is with you, okay? So that's coming up briefly there as well. Now, the star energy is all about stepping into the spotlight, but it's also about a wish coming true, or the stars are aligning to make the impossible possible. With the star here, this indicates that you're getting a lot of clarity about the changes that you need to make in your life, just to make things a little bit easier for you so that you're in the flow. Also, with the star energy, this indicates that there is a brighter future to look forward to, and that you're going to be very grateful for all the things that occurred in March and the choices that you had, the options that you had, and the choices that you made, okay? The star energy, if you are in the career environment, I feel like the effort that you put in does not go unnoticed, okay? I feel like you're rewarded in some way. This could be through a raise, promotion, or an offer to elevate. I feel at first the deal doesn't sound so good, okay? I just want to put it like that. It's almost like you know how much effort you put into things, and you're like, oh, okay, so that's what they're offering. That's not the best. But because you've got the King of Swords here, I feel with diplomacy, my beautiful Scorpio, you can negotiate a better deal, okay? And I feel you actually raise what they're offering. It could be that you're raising the money, or it could be that you are, getting a benefit added to the package. Whatever it is, I definitely see you getting a better deal, because I see you being pretty fed up with the way things are at the moment and knowing that something needs to change in your world. For some of you, it's that you want to get out and have fun. You may feel that you've been working really hard and you need to find balance in your life, and now you're putting yourself first and you want to get out there and find love, or you want to get out there and find a soul tribe, people you resonate with, so you can go on adventures with them, or change part of your life so that you can feel that you're fulfilled in all aspects. Okay, now some of you may have been feeling a little bit under the weather. You may have had a seasonal cold, or there may have been something that you had to deal with in regards to your health. I feel like you're healing this month as well, convalescing, making sure that you take it a little bit easier than usual, because normally you're like a mile a minute, and take the time you need to get back to best is what they're giving me. Some of you, and this is not all of you, but some of you may even be thinking about buying a new car this month as well. And there's going to be one that you're going to think about it for a while, and actually the length of time it takes you to think about it, somehow you get a good deal, like a discount on it as well. So I will leave it like that. I'm just going to get any final cards for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know for their highest good? What are they meant to see for the month of March? Anything further they should be aware of? Anything further they should be aware of? The deck is getting very complicated now. So it's always the way, my beautiful Scorpio. Complications galore. Okay, they're giving me a song right now as well that is different from Nessendormer. That's unusual to get two songs in one reading. Okay, we'll take three there. It says, are you ready now? Whoa, this is an intense song. Are you ready now for the revolution? For too long your power has been taken away. Okay, this is a very intense song. It's like almost screaming in my ears song. So I really do not know who sings that song. That's very intense. And I'm a Scorpio as well, and I love intensity, but that was like screaming. So okay, I guess you may be looking at aspects of your life in the month of March where you feel like you give away your power, or you're undervalued in some way, and you're sticking up and standing true to your decisions on something. Okay, so I'm not really sure. That song is very intense. I'm not really sure what it means. Be ready. Well, maybe some of you are rising up against the status quo at work, or in a community sector. Some of you may be looking at your relationships within the community, and you may have to vote on something. There's definitely an energy here of, with this song, of being ready to fight for your rights or something. So I'm just going to leave that there. This song, if you know what it is, please let me in the comments. Let me know in the comments box below, but I think I'm going to also look it up online. Now, one of your final cards, we've got finances, okay? A lovely dollar sign there. Making money, moves, career focus, work life, and managing your finances. So if you're retired, you may be looking at your pension, your 401ks, and the fluctuations that are going on there. Also, you may be saving a little bit more this month, or making investments, whether you are working or not. Definitely money focused. I mean, we're all looking at things financially right now and cutting back in areas where we feel like we overspend, because things are getting a little bit difficult with inflation and all of that. We may not notice it at first, but things are priced a little bit more than usual, so suddenly the weekly shop is getting a little bit more and more expensive every time you go. But I feel like you're managing your position in a really good way. They want me to put that last. Okay, they said the star and the star last, because you've also got, you got double star. I think even in one of you, I think it was your last reading, my beautiful Scorpio, one of the signs you got was look for the stars, lots of stars, okay? And there's two right there. Okay, even on the back of the cards, stars. I have been seeing stars everywhere myself. So I'm definitely seeing those as an omen. So look out for stars. I definitely see this is an indication that there's some really good stuff coming your way this month. It says heels, trying to impress, attraction, attractiveness, sensually empowered and wielding sensual attraction. So again, there could be some light flirtation that leads to soulmate energy this month. But I feel like you're impressing in your working environment. I feel like you are attracting at this time all that you desire. There's a magnetism about you this month. So you will notice that you're turning heads, and you'll also notice that your thoughts are becoming things, that you're attracting things to you a little bit more effortlessly than usual. And finally, the star, of course, and this is about hope, healing, inspiration, and dreams being fulfilled. So all of those energies came up in the reading. I would say this is your time to shine. If you're someone who is a performer, someone who's very creative, you got the Empress energy and the star, you're capable of being famous or being well known for your work. You could even be like a famous photographer or well known within your industry. Whatever it is you do, I feel like there is a lot of accolades surrounding you, a lot of success. And I do feel like this is a pretty electric month where you make some major changes that really benefit you long term, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. We got the key, okay? And I love it. It's got the triascalene there, which is a three-legged symbol to move forward. And we've also got, as you can see there, the tulip. So this indicates like March, springtime, you know, we're entering into a new cycle. As we go through March, it is the last full moon, of course, of winter. So we're entering into the spring, the springtime there. So you're ready to move forward. You're feeling motivated. You're very productive, and you're getting stuff done. Okay. So very positive energy for you. Also, I feel like you're unlocking some doors. I feel like there's a little bit of a portal for you to get moving in some area. Some of you may even take a trip, because I get this sense of movement or travel. It may even be a last minute, suddenly like offer to go traveling or sudden desire to go traveling. I feel like it's a quick trip. It could even be like 3-4 days that pops out of nowhere in the month of March for you, okay? And it may even extend a little bit into April. So it may be right at the end of March into April, but please take it as it resonates, of course. I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Scorpio. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Scorpio. Love and light.